It's gonna be a tough one. So here's how I reprogram myself to achieve success. I went to rock bottom 3 times. And here's what I learned so you don't repeat the same mistakes I did. So let's go back to when I was 15 years old. I worked a job at Pepe's. As we all know, you guys have seen it all over my social medias. I worked at Pepe's, and from then that's when I realized, yes, I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. I can't be working a job for the rest of my life. I've got a boss telling me when to come in and telling me off when I'm late and when I'm not late. And that essentially started off Kareem's entrepreneurial journey. So what did Kareem do? Kareem decided to get another job. He worked at a place called We Are Second Life Fashion. So I worked at a kind of place where they sell secondhand clothing in Westfield and whatnot. So yeah, so that's what Kareem done. Kareem decided to get 2 jobs because I had no ideas on what to do when it comes to being an entrepreneur. So boom, Kareem now becomes 16, now 17. 17, he bumps into a guy called ZM Capital, Zain, one of my good friends. And I see him on social media. He was popping. At the age of 17, he was popping on social media, making good money. And I was really intrigued on what he was doing. So I look, he does trading. So I was like, let me look into this trading thing. Let me see if it actually works. My brother Zain decided to give me a free course of his so I can learn. I ended up learning from his course, lost some money here and there, just like the average trader, lost some money here and there. And then boom, I get my payout after 9 months, 10 months. And editor put it here, I made $4,000 on my first payout. That kind of like shocked me because like I done it. Like this is real. Of course, I've seen my friends make money off trading and whatnot. But then I'm like, boom, wow, this is my first ever come up. I have made $4,000 from trading. This is crazy. And this is the beginning of the end. Kareem starts doing well, more payouts from other firms. And now Kareem's on social media, doing quite well. Has a couple followers. Then boom. Here comes December 2023. Kareem decides to rent out a car for his best friend at the time. He drives the car, crashes the car. Kareem at that age probably had £20,000 to his name. It was a brand new RS3, so I crashed that car and that set me back majorly. I had to pay $27,000 and I had to sell many of my assets. I had a Rolex Root Beer and I had a Rolex Yachtmaster and I had some money in my bank. I had to give all of that away and money on top. And that was the first taste of a major setback I had in my life because I was on top of the world. I thought I could conquer anything because I came from nothing, working a job, to now leaving my job and then going back down to zero. And I'm like kind of shocked. So yeah, Kareem pays off the debts. Bear in mind, Kareem is 17 or 18 right now. Pays off the debts, Kareem's broke again. But Kareem still has the skill of trading. So what Kareem does now is he signs up to a firm called Samuel & Co. Trading, something like that. It's kind of like a Ponzi scheme thing. Yeah, like I'm not sure. Allegedly, it's a Ponzi scheme, allegedly. I signed up to their thing and I decided to trade on their firm. And it was like a real life prop firm. They hired me and from my first trade, I made $500. So I was clearly skilled. I knew how to trade. Kareem knew what he was doing. So boom, now I know how to trade and I'm now starting to get back into the flow of things. Of course, I made back most of the money literally a week later. And being transparent with you guys, I was selling services to you guys because of course I am a skilled trader. So I was selling mentorships, I was selling many things for me to make the money back that I lost. I made it back at square one. Kareem's doing really well. Kareem has saved up almost $50,000. So Kareem has picked himself back up. I had the belief in myself that I could pick this back up. After that, what happens is Kareem gets a little insider information that MetaTrader 5 is about to go down for prop firms. And Kareem's a businessman. I come from a family full of businessmen. Yeah, my granddad's a businessman, my dad's a businessman. We've got many businessmen in our family. It's in the blood. When I hear this come out that MT5 is gonna close down for prop firms, what does Kareem try to do? Kareem tries to create his own trading platform. Everything's going smoothly. I got 50,000 to my name, put 25,000 down. I tried to make it work and whatnot. Then, just before I'm supposed to launch the project, I get an email saying, do you have regulation? And I'm shocked, I'm bamboozled. I said, regulation? What do you mean? You didn't tell me this before I started. And then you can show them here. When I said I don't have any regulation, they said, you've racked up a bill of $75,000 that you haven't paid in tech, in hosting fees and all this stuff, and the developer to make the technology. So I was shocked at $75,000. I've got 120 days to pay this debt. So now really like put yourself in my shoes. Kareem has come up from zero through basically all his money at this project to now be 75K in debt to this company. I had no words and no one knew I was going through this. It was like probably the hardest period of my life. I lost everything. and my family and everyone was just like talking to me about business and this and that, and I'm not in the mood to speak about anything because I am 75k in debt. So I make an agreement with the guys and say, yo, can I pay you back in a year? And this is the toughest time in my entire life, because you, like the guys that are in debt, you guys know how it feels to be in debt. $75,000 is not a normal debt to be in. I needed 75k to be broke, and that really took my peace away, because no one knows how it feels to be in debt. Being in debt, I was sleeping thinking about it, I was awake thinking about it, I was breathing debt, and for the first week or so I was procrastinating. I was like, what do I do? Sitting there in my room, my parents are trying to speak to me, talking to me about, what do you think about buying a house and buying this and buying that in the future? And in my head, I will never tell anyone what I'm going through, because I don't want no one to feel sorry for me. The only person that can fix this is me. I'm not gonna ask for no handouts from no one, and I don't want no one to feel sorry for me. That's not the type of person that I am, and you guys should be the same. Don't go out and ask for help. You caused the issue, so you fix your own issues. And yeah, I was 75k in debt, and what I done was, I continued to trade, put my head down for 6 months. I couldn't sleep at all, put my head down, I worked a job. So yeah, that's technically me working 3 jobs, or 4 jobs. I was mentoring, trading, working a job at night, and I had a day job. And it took me a year to pay off the debt. And that is probably the darkest period of my entire life. I had no one to speak to about the debt. I had no friends at the time. Everyone kind of, not betrayed me, but everyone just put me to the side. Definitely the darkest period of my life, because I just simply couldn't speak about it. Like my family aren't, like, I love my family, great people, but it's they get too worried, and I don't like when people get worried about me. So my parents would like try to speak to me and talk to me about business and whatnot. And this is why I don't speak to my family or anyone I know about how I am doing in business at all, because it is no one's business how I'm doing. And yeah, that was probably the darkest period of my life, because of how I felt. Like for some reason I can't express how I how I felt, but it was anger, and it was regret, and it was all of that. But I had to not show the emotions to show other people I'm weak, and at the same time I couldn't show the emotions because I had no time, and I had to pay off the debt. That's what it was. I had to pay off the debt. It was eating me alive. And working 4 jobs whilst you know that you're a profitable trader, it just like, it eats you up alive. It eats you up alive. I don't want to get emotional on camera, but because I got hard done by, the company did scam me. You know who you are. After that, Kareem's doing well in life. He's trading, doing well. He's picked himself up back again. And then, before Kareem's 18th or 19th birthday, I think it was 19th birthday, Kareem gets arrested. Here's the video of whatever. I got arrested at the age 18 or 19. That was my 3rd setback again. And the police took everything away from me. They took a watch away, my phone. And when I was in that moment, I was thinking to myself, why me? Why? Like, why does it keep on happening to me? Like, why do I keep on getting unlucky in this situation? Bear in mind, in that situation, I've done nothing wrong, but like, why is it always me? Like, everything, I keep on coming back up, and everything keeps on getting stripped away from me. And I know you guys feel the same, and everything keeps on getting stripped away from me. And I'm like, why is it happening to me? Why? And then a day later, they interviewed me and whatnot. I got out of the cells. I went to Wembley Park police station, put me in cells. I go out with no money, no phone, no nothing. They just give me my bank card. I leave, and I'm just trying to find my way home. Walking, I walked from Wembley Park station all the way to where I live, which is around 45 minutes. I mean, Wembley Park police station to all the way I live, which is 45 minutes. And I was just walking, thinking, like, why me? Like, I even looked like I was on drugs, walking on the way home. Like, why me? Why? Like, what did I do to deserve this? What did I do? Like, I keep on like suffering, and it's not like I see all my friends, like, they're doing well, and I'm not saying I'm jealous, but it's like, why am I suffering this much? Like, I never saw anyone suffer this much in their life to get to where they are today. And I was just like, I feel like a disappointment to my parents. I go home, I basically have no money. My dad gives me £300. I go back to square one. I blow all my funding. My dad gives me £300. I buy an iPad. I don't even buy a phone. But here's the videos of me trading on the iPad at home alone. It was a tough pill to swallow. But yeah, separately, after that, I decided to pick my life up again, because what I realized is emotions doesn't get you anywhere when it comes to trading and whatnot. Like, ignore your emotions. Your emotions do nothing for you. They don't benefit you. If you feel sad, well, you're gonna just sit there and do nothing all day. No, fuck your emotions. You need to lock the fuck in and work, because what is your emotions gonna do for you? When you're happy, what are you gonna do? Just not work? When you're sad, what are you gonna do? Just like sit down and do nothing? Your emotions are the things that are stopping you from becoming successful. You need to become numb to your emotions in order for you to see success, especially in trading, in business. You need to become numb. And this is what I see you guys doing wrong, you traders. You guys are too emotional. When you lose your trade, you trade again. And then you buy another evaluation, and you trade again, and you buy another evaluation. If you didn't fucking mess up the first time and overtrade, you wouldn't be in the situation. But you decided to do that. You decided to fail, you decided to overtrade, fail the evaluation, and buy another one, and then do it again. I keep on doing it, and then you're going in a downward spiral, and then it's all because of your emotions. Stop fucking being emotional. Emotions ruin your fucking trading. And then after all of that, Kareem decides to work, continue working, gets more payouts, becomes big on social media, blah, 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 and then welcome Kareem. Kareem fell and lost everything 3 times in order to be where I am today. And I am thankful to say I have learned a lot of skills from losing my money and losing everything 3 times. That I have learned the skill to control my emotions, because the most important thing is to control your emotions. If you can't control your emotions, there's no point of anything. Like you will fail in every sector of your life if you can't control your emotions. After that last setback I had, editor, show him all the payouts, show them what I've done in terms of business. Times have changed, discipline's got stronger, emotions are gone, and you guys, I'm gonna be making more psychology videos. Psychology, big part of trading and business and everything in your life. So you need to master psychology. You need to master psychology. And before I leave you guys, the battle isn't you versus the charts. The battle is you versus you. Can you stop yourself from overtrading? Can you stop yourself from over-risking? Can you stop yourself from gambling? That's the real question. That's what trading is, you versus you. Are you gonna win, or are you just gonna be a pussy to your emotions?